Hey girls, I want to talk a little bit about showing up powerfully and overcoming the overwhelm. So, I think what is really important is identifying what we need and knowing how to communicate it. Uh, Listen, I have been to the place where I have denied myself what I wanted and what I needed because I didn't realize I needed them to do what I wanted. I didn't realize that I needed to take care of myself. I remember being on my knees scrubbing my bathroom and thinking, just talking to God about something my girlfriend had said. She said, "You need some me time." And I remember talking to God about it and saying, where in the Bible does it say anything about me time? No, I'm going to serve. I'm going to serve and I'm going to be diligent at being exactly who you want me to be and do all the things you want me to do, Lord. And I heard him, I heard this voice in my head that I know was the Lord. It was like this booming, honor the Sabbath. I'm like, right. Okay. But you guys, I feel like we push and push ourselves to try to move forward, except what we're doing is digging ourselves into a ditch. And we dig and we end up in a pit. I ended up in a pit, such a pit where I pushed myself so much that thinking I was moving forward when really I was just going down to the point where my body wouldn't function anymore. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't renew my mind. I couldn't do what I wanted to do for the family, for ministry, I couldn't do what knew I was called to do because I had driven myself to do things that I wasn't really called to do. And I neglected cultivating the person who God created me to be. When we do things we enjoy, it's a form of worship because we are celebrating who God created us to be. So acknowledging that is really huge, and identifying what brings us life and what brings us joy and prioritizing it is huge. And listen, people in our lives are not going to see that before we see it most of the time. I feel like a lot of times we wait for somebody to give us permission to do what we want to do, to be who we want to be. We expect somebody to point it out or to, give us permission. But the Lord has given us permission already. I want you to hear the Lord say over you that he celebrates you and that you have permission to go forth in the authority and the grace that he has bestowed upon you. Okay? So take the time to identify what you need to be who you want to be, who you were created to be, and then prioritize it. And I feel like often we want people to see us in a certain way, but we have to see ourselves that way first. And once we start seeing ourselves the way we want to be seen, then we will start showing up that way and people will start acknowledging that. But we have to do it first. We have to see it first. And once we identify what we need and what we want, and we start prioritizing it, we need to communicate it lovingly to those around us and letting them know what it is we need, because they are not going to know unless we tell them. And you don't need their permission. You don't need the people in your lives to give you permission to do that. But you can lovingly communicate what you need and what you're going to be prioritizing, right? And obviously you might need to do some compromising and working things out to figure out how it's going to work. But that is like a boundary line you are allowed to draw. This is what to take care of your needs. You're allowed to take care of your needs. So here I am giving you permission to do that. Because if you don't, you'll break. Firsthand knowledge. You can break. We're breakable. Our bodies can break and we can become diseased and not be able to do things at all and serve anybody around us if we don't take care of our needs. Okay. So there's the big idea. That's the big idea that we need to tackle first. Now I'm going to tell you a few things that I have done, little practical things that have helped me. I don't have this completely right. I'm not perfected at all, but I've learned a few things along the way. So I'm just going to show you some things. I'll start with the schedule we did for quarantine for school. This is our daily thing with the boys, and it's been reworked several times. We've just, we experiment and see what works, and we give ourselves grace. It's not always going to look the way that we hope it to work. Another thing is when you are setting new habits and cultivating new priorities, attaching it to something you already do is really, really, really helpful and you'll more likely succeed. So if you want to implement something new, attach it to like when you have breakfast and then you've got your new thing to do before or after. When there's a reward attached, that's even better. Like I will drink my liter of water before my coffee in the morning. So when I'm done with my water, I can have my coffee, right? So just little things like that is really, really helpful. Okay, so my kids cannot come out of their room until 8 anymore. Like I made that rule. They're in the room till 8. We will start our schooling about 9, or they'll have to start their schoolwork about 9. So this is the chore list. Can you even see that? I don't even know. But so before 9, they have to get their beds figured out, their teeth brushed. They have to check their clean laundry and take their dirty laundry in there, have to have breakfast, all of that stuff. And then in the afternoon, during shore time, I have a list of chores and they need to choose 2 to do in the afternoon. And that needs to be done before screen time can happen. And that just makes it super kind of simple for me. What else? That's something that I have done. And then laundry. I'll just tell you simple laundry thing because it's a thing, especially if you have a big family. Having some kind of laundry system really, really helps. So I've got a bin for my husband's work clothes. I've got warm wash, got a bin for cold wash, and I've got a bin for gentle wash. And yes, I use trash cans. It's cheap and it works and you can wipe them off and they work. So, and then I also do the kids, I will fold my laundry in the laundry room. I do not take it out of the laundry room to fold. I did when the kids were like little and I would watch TV and that would work fine for them, but I am doing at least a load a day and putting all that laundry on my couch and then trying to make all the piles and get that all figured out. No, doesn't work. So I will fold it right when I get it out of the dryer, put it in the bin to the room that it goes to. They put their laundry away and done. Okay, also, one more thing I want to share. Oh, two more. Okay, menu planning rocks. Okay, and when I'm like on it, I will do a whole month at a time when I do my groceries, and that feels great, but doesn't always happen. So a simple like jot up on Sunday morning to just kind of have a go-to, so that it's not like 5 o'clock in the afternoon and anxiety hits and you're like, what am I gonna make for dinner? And it's like loud and chaotic. You have a go-to, and you know, it's right there. And then these beauties. Essential oils, man, they are the best. It's like supplements, but 50,000 times more fun. Okay, so I hope those things help, and let me know if you have questions or we'll totally chat more about all this stuff. Okay, love you guys.